Welcome back to Brain Power classes. This is part 2 of our class 11th economics, chapter 8, poverty in India. So in the previous lecture we understood the meaning and concepts of poverty, and today we are going to study extent of poverty in India, causes of poverty, vicious circle of poverty, measures to eradicate poverty, and government schemes. So how do we measure poverty in India? For this, we use something called the ratio, poverty ratio. So poverty ratio means the ratio of poor population to total population. Now, estimates of poverty. So how does the government actually measure poverty in India? So can poverty be measured just by looking at people? So answer is no. So that is why the government uses different committees and expert groups to estimate the poverty. Earlier, poverty estimation was mainly based on calorie intake, but students think practically. Is poverty only about food? The answer is no. So education, healthcare, sanitation, and basic living standards are also important. So latter non-food factors were also included while estimating the poverty. In 2012, Government of India appointed an expert group under Dr. C. Rangarajan. You can see here an expert group under the chairmanship of Dr. C. Rangarajan was constituted. This committee submitted its report in 2014. As per the report approved by the committee, a new poverty line has been decided for the rural and urban areas. You can see a poverty estimates. Two tables are given. So basically poverty estimation keeps changing with the changing needs of society. Now let's see the causes of poverty. So causes of poverty. Poverty does not happen because of only one reason. There are multiple factors responsible for that. So that we are going to study now one by one. First is population explosion. In India has a very large population. When population increases rapidly, resources become insufficient. For example, less jobs, less housing, less healthcare facilities. As a result, poverty increases. Second, we have slow economic growth. If agricultural and industries grow slowly, then national income also grows slowly. And when income growth is slow, people's standard of living also remains low. That is why developing countries with the slow economic growth often face high poverty. Third, we have unemployment and underemployment. This is another major reason: unemployment and underemployment. Many people do not get jobs at all, and some people work in jobs below their skill level. For example, a highly educated person doing very low paying temporary work because proper jobs नहीं है, available नहीं है. So that is underemployment. Next, we have economic inequalities. In India, income and wealth are not equally distributed. So some people own huge properties and businesses, while many people struggle even for basic needs. This unequal distribution increases the poverty. Inaccessibility to infrastructural facilities. Poor people often do not have access to electricity, transport, communication, schools, hospitals, and because of this, their opportunities remain limited, and this also increases the poverty ratio. Next, we have inflation. Inflation means continuous rise in prices. When prices of food and essential goods increases, poor people suffer the most. So why? Because their purchasing power decreases. Next, we have regional imbalance. Some states are highly developed while some states lag behind economically. States with low industrial and economic development usually have higher poverty levels. This is the regional imbalance. Now, vicious circle of poverty. Now, this one is an important concept. So, vicious circle of poverty. This concept was given by Professor Ragnar Nurkse. So, understand this carefully like a cycle. You can see here. It begins with the low national income, low per capita income, low savings, low capital formation, low investment, low production, less employment. So, low income leads to low savings leads to low investment leads to low production creates unemployment, and unemployment again causes the low income. So, this cycle keeps repeating again and again. This is called the vicious cycle of poverty. Now, we are going to see government measures. Sorry, you can see here the general measures to eradicate poverty, like policy measures undertaken for eradication of poverty are as follows. The first is control of population. Government introduced family welfare programs, population policies to control the population. Next, we have agriculture. Farmers are provided cheap credit, subsidies, irrigation support, minimum support prices. This helps improve agricultural income. Third, we have rural works. Employment opportunities are provided to the poor through construction of rural roads, irrigation projects, rural electrification, etc. Next, we have rural industrialization. Government promotes small scale industries, cottage industries. To promote employment in the rural areas, emphasis has been laid on setting up of all small scale and cottage industries. Next, we have minimum wages. Minimum Wages Act was introduced to ensure fair wages for workers. Minimum Wages Act was passed in 1948 to provide fair wages to agriculture and industrial workers. It has been revised from time to time. Sixth point, we have public distribution system. Under PDS, poor families get food grains at subsidized prices through ration cards. You can see here 3 ration cards are shown in this block: white, saffron, yellow. Next, we have nationalization of banks. Banks were nationalized to provide loans and banking facilities to poor people at affordable rates. Eighth, we have progressive tax measures. To reduce inequalities in the distribution of income, progressive income tax system has been introduced. Next, we have education. We will take education and health combined. So, government also focused on free primary education, midday meals, health centers, sanitation facilities, and etc. Affordable housing, slum rehabilitation programs, and affordable housing facilities are provided to the rural and the urban people. Skill development and self-employment. Skill development is considered one of the important aspects of for job creation in India, and for this purpose, opportunities need to be provided for skill-based training. This will inspire people towards entrepreneurship for self-employment. And poverty retards the economic progress of the country. Therefore, anti-poverty programs introduced by the government needs to be monitored from time to time. Leakages and bottlenecks need to be identified for its effective implementation. And if we see the sum of poverty alleviation programs of government introduced by or run by government are like Maganrex, PMAY, Jan Dhan Yojana, Swachh Bharat Mission, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, National Health Mission, Antyodaya Anna Yojana, etc. There are lots of. And so class poverty is not only lack of income, it connected with education, healthcare, employment opportunities, and living standards. For real development, growth should reach every section of society. So today we completed the remaining portion of chapter 8, poverty in India. We discussed estimates of poverty, causes of poverty, vicious circle of poverty, government measures and schemes. Thank you everyone. Keep studying and stay consistent. See you in next video.